Hey guys, this is Jack from GrailRewards.com, and this video is going to be a little different. This video is not really going to be about Grail Rewards, the website. It's going to be more of a personal comic book video, and I haven't done one of these in a while. I used to do regular comic book videos on my other channel, and since we've been so busy with Grail Rewards, the website, I haven't had a chance. So now all those comic book videos are going to be right here on this channel. So you're going to want to like the video, hopefully, and please subscribe to the channel. Before we get started showing some of the books today, if you're new to Grail Rewards, here's your 10-second elevator pitch. GrailRewards.com is the first of its kind. It's the first site that allows you to be able to help a charity by buying banner ads for that charity, and by buying those banner impressions for ads to be shown on the website for the charity, you're getting Grail coins. The Grail coins are a reward token, basically, that can be used on our website to be able to be put for books that we're giving away raffle style. So you use the Grail coins to potentially win an amazing CGC graded book. So for more information on Grail Rewards, go to GrailRewards.com, and please watch the videos that are on this channel, and they'll explain more in detail how Grail Rewards works and how you can help a charity and at the same time get the ability to earn incredible graded comic books. So with that in mind, what we're going to do today, let me give you a brief intro. So for the last 10 months, I have been taking my collection and rebagging, reboarding, and finally putting all of the comics into a database. And that has taken me forever, to be honest with you. So I'm almost at the end. But during this process, actually right at the beginning of this process, I had pulled out a load of books that were potential to send in to get slabbed. Not all of these are going to get slabbed, but they were books that were worth something or had a value to me personally. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be part one, is I'm going to show you some of the books that I pulled out. I'm also going to show you some of the new books, some of the variants that I've gotten recently. So not all of these are old books. The first few I'm going to show you are recent books that I think I should get slabbed, possibly. So let's just get started. And this is part one. There's too many books to go through. I'm going to do a part two probably in the next couple of days. So without any further delay, I'm going to show you a book that some of you may have seen already, some of you may have not seen. I was very fortunate to get this book. This is the brand new Year of the Villain #1 from DC, and it's the 500-to-1 variant. So I don't know if you guys have seen this. Pretty amazing. A little bit of glare there, unfortunately. But that's the book. It's the Year of the Villain #1. And there you go. Really nice cover. And that's a 500-to-1 variant. I'm probably going to send that in to get slabbed, even though it's a brand new book, which I haven't done that quite a bit, sending in newer books. But some of them I really want to get slabbed so I can display them, and I want to keep them in this perfect condition. Okay, so the next book is definitely an older book. This is Tales of Suspense, number 87, and this is a Silver Age Marvel book with Iron Man and Captain America. That's a pretty nice book, and it's in really good condition. Really good condition. The spine on this book is amazing. It's in great condition. I don't think that there's anything specific about this book, and I don't remember off the top of my head, except that it's just an amazing Silver Age Marvel book, and I don't have as many of those as I do DC books. So that's why I pulled that one. Here's another one from that same time period in the 60s. This is Tales to Astonish number 76, in incredible condition. And that's Submariner and the Hulk, in great condition here. And you guys feel free to put comments in the comment section of which books you think should be a priority to get graded. And this is a Stan Lee story, by the way. I looked at it yesterday. This is a Stan Lee story. And it's definitely going to come back as probably a 7.0 or better, that one. Now we're back to the books that I normally have a lot of. This is a book from the 60s. It's a Superman book. It's a 12-setter. It's number 159. And this has some issues on the cover, but overall it's in really good condition. So you can see that. Beautiful Silver Age. I love Silver Age DC stuff. So the more you see my books, the more you're going to see stuff like that. There is a bit of an issue here. I don't know if that's going to show up perfectly. And you can see there's a little bit of chipping, so to speak, a little bit going on here. But overall, this book presents really well. The spine is in great shape. Now here's an older Superman. This is not in the same condition, but it still is a really good book. This is a 10 center, and this is Superman 105. This is a pretty cool book. You haven't seen that one. I haven't seen this one very often. And this does have some issues. The cover is attached, but there is some spine issues going on, and there's something over here in the corner you can see a little bit missing. But it does present really well. The book is in one piece. Okay. So that may be a book that's probably going to come back as maybe a 3.0 or a 3.5 maybe at the most, something like that. But to put that and get that encapsulated so it's protected and on the wall would be pretty cool. Now we're getting into some more modern books. Here's X-Force number 11, which is the Domino appearance. You guys know that book, and this is definitely super high grade. This is definitely going to come back. Let's take a look. Spine is absolutely perfect. This is definitely a 9.0 or better. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason it wouldn't be. Next one is X-Force number 2. I think this is an early Deadpool. I think this is either the second Deadpool. I'm not an expert on Deadpool, but I believe that's like the second Deadpool. And these are all 9.0s or better. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3 and 4. So 4 copies of this book, and they're all high grade. They're all really high grade books. Okay, those are really high grade books. I don't remember what they go for, but I think that that's one of those books that definitely graded makes a big difference. And I'd probably be willing to probably keep one or two of those, and the other ones would probably go up on Grail Rewards. So you guys can get a shot at getting those books. And some of these books may be on Grail Rewards. Most of these are really my personal collection, but if I have doubles, I'm more than happy to put them up on Grail Rewards. Everybody gets a shot at them. Okay, I know this is another really exciting one, and this is also in super high grade. This is Wolverine number 1. This is the limited series. And I have the other one too from the regular series. I don't know if that's probably not going to be in today's books, but it will be. I'll show you those books later, but that's definitely in very high grade. Okay, now here, these I really love, and I have a bunch of these, but I only have one to show you. This is Teen Titans number 1, and that's the Marv Wolfman, George Perez, obviously, version from the 80s. That was my time of collecting. That was when I was first started collecting. Actually, it was the late 70s I started collecting. I was little. But it was the 80s that was my big home run time for collecting comics. This is probably... This is definitely above an 8. It's got to be at least an 8. Let's put it that way. I'm fairly conservative with grading, so it's at least an 8. It could come back a 9 too. I don't know. Just to show you a little bit of difference here. Here's another Teen Titans. This is from the earlier run. The first run of Teen Titans, and this is number 18, and this is in incredible condition too. Look at that. There's a lot of glare, guys. I don't normally do the videos in this room. I normally do it upstairs. I apologize. The next video we'll probably do upstairs, but this is a great cover, and the spine on this is like perfect. I don't know if you can see that, but the spine is in really good shape. That's a pretty high grade copy for that year for Teen Titans. And I don't know if I have another one here, but I think I have the first Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, whatever. I don't think it's in this batch though. So back to Silver Age DC. This is a 10 center. I don't remember the time frame with this. I think this is probably right before they went to 12 cents. I may be wrong. This is Action Comics 267. where they introduce Hercules for the first time. Okay, so that's Action Comics. That's the first time we've seen Hercules in the DC universe, I believe. And that's a pretty high-grade book. Probably, well, actually, I shouldn't say it's a high-grade book. That's not true. There's some chipping on the top, and the spine is in great condition. Saying it's high-grade is not correct. Saying it's in great grade for that year would be correct. So this is probably going to be a 6 to a 7 something, 5, probably something like that. Probably like a 6 to a 7, which is pretty high grade for those years. So I'm happy with that, and I think that would look great encapsulated. And that's the reason I'm doing this. It's not always just because of the highest value. Some of these books, I love the covers and I want to display them. So here's another great book, and this I got recently. This is not a book that I had for years. This is a Gold Key Star Trek, and I'm starting to pick these up when I can find them. So I just love the covers on these painted covers, these old Star Trek covers. I'm a big Star Trek fan, and whenever I can pick these up at a decent price, I'm going to do it. Here's another one. Again, not huge value, but man, wouldn't they look good graded? Okay, and these are in good shape. They're in really good condition. Probably, I don't know, probably spine is good. I don't know. I think it's probably a 6.5. I don't know. I'm probably undergrading some of these, but I'd rather do that. All right, here we go for our Marvel fans. I have several of these, so this is just one of them. This has to be rebagged, that's for sure. Secret Wars number 8. It's one of the first black suit, and I know there's all that controversy over which one is the first black suit and all that. Well, this is one of them, and I think I've got about 3 copies of this. So most likely that's somewhere near the top of the list, probably to go to CGC. But I have so many books that I want to get slabbed. So I'm looking at you guys to tell me what you think from this video and what you think from the next video should be a priority. All right, here's a newer book. This is definitely a mint book. It's never been taken out, and it looks like it's in perfect condition. And this is one of those hot books from the last couple of months that people are talking about. I think it's going to be a Netflix series. I think that's what I'd heard. I don't remember. This is Magic Order number 1. Now, I know there was definitely different versions of this cover. There was a first print, a second print. There may have even been a third print. I don't remember. But this is the one that I got. So that's Magic Order number 1, and I think that's a pretty hot book. Here's another book. I'm not the biggest Spider-Man guy in the world, but I thought it was a big deal, that 800, and I do like Gabriel Dell'Otto, and I ended up getting the Dell'Otto variant for Spider-Man 800. Man, the lighting in here, the glare in here is not good, so the next time I do this, I will definitely be upstairs. This is in absolutely mint condition. No doubt about that. Okay, so this should absolutely be, I would say it has to be above a 9.2. I'm not going to tell you it's a 9.8 because I don't do that. Who knows if it's a 9.8 or a 9.6 or whatever, but I'm pretty confident it's definitely going to come back at the very worst at 9.2. All right, here's another one from that same time period. This is Batman number 50, and this is one of the Alex Ross covers. I loved this cover. Absolutely love this cover. I have a couple of the Batman 50s, not a ton of them, but I got this strictly because of Alex Ross's Batman. I love when he does the DC stuff. I love when he does Batman, and I just love that cover. And again, this has never been out of here. This is definitely has a shot at being a 9.8. So we'll see. Oh, I guess I did have another one of the other Secret Wars. So I didn't realize it was here. Again, this has to be a 9.2 or better. There's no doubt about it. There is nothing wrong with this book. The spine is absolutely perfect. The corners are sharp as can be. And I don't know why I keep showing it sideways like that. But there's the other Secret Wars. So we've got, let me put that together there so I don't make that mistake again. There we go. All right. So we've got a couple of the Secret Wars 8s here. And let's keep going. And this is another more recent book. It's probably not something I would get slabbed right away, but I thought you guys would be interested in seeing it. This is that amazing Wonder Woman cover, one of them. I love that cover. And I think that's an Artgerm cover, I'm pretty sure. Artgerm is definitely one of my favorite artists. I don't think I've ever seen an Artgerm cover that I don't like. This is number 64, and it is an Artgerm cover, absolutely. So that's Wonder Woman, and that's a more recent book, kind of giving you guys a flavor for a bunch of different books here. Here is a much older book, and this is definitely in high grade. There is a tick at the top, actually. I see a spine tick at the top. It probably can be pressed out. It's not color breaking. So this is Miracle Man #1. Miracle Man #1. Another really cool book from that time period. And I do have a bunch of these Miracle Man. I remember reading these. They were really good back in the day. Now these I got from an auction that was helping out another comic book member of our community. And it was a few months ago I got these off of a YouTube auction. And again, I got this because it was a Gabriel Dell'Otto cover, and these are definitely high grade. This is the X-Force Gabriel Dell'Otto variant. This is the third one. This is number 3. Number 3. Oh my God, I gotta do a better job of this. Number 3. Number 2. Look at that cover. Amazing, huh? Incredible cover. And here is number 1. This was a 3-part series, I guess. Okay. And the glare on these is really bad, unfortunately. I hope you get a good look at that. But those have a real shot, all 3 of them coming back in 9.6, 9.8. Now, here you're talking my kind of stuff. So this is a Golden Age book from one of my favorite characters, and you will see more of these. This is not in good condition. This is a low-grade copy. The staples are attached, though. The cover is attached. It's just a low-grade copy. There's a crease down the middle, but I don't care, because this is one of those Golden Age characters and books that I will buy at the right price all the time. This is Plastic Man, number 57. Number 57. All right, and you can see the crease down the middle there, but the book shows off really well. And I do have another Plastic Man that I've already had graded, and maybe on the next video I'll show you guys that. I don't have it sitting here. So that's one that I picked up at a convention last year. I made a deal with the guy for a couple of books, and I love police comics, which is where he started, and these old Plastic Mans. So here's another one of my favorite characters is Green Lantern. This is an early Green Lantern, Silver Age Green Lantern, number 13. And this is a mid-grade copy. It's a good copy. And I do have quite a few Silver Age Green Lanterns. And I have graded some of those, and I'll show you those next time. So speaking of Green Lantern, this is Emerald Dawn. These are in mint condition too. A lot newer, of course. That's number 4, Emerald Dawn. Maybe some of you guys haven't seen these. I don't think too many people show these, and that's why I like showing different books. Here's the next one. Number 3. And this was a great series. This was really a great series. Number 2. And this amazing cover. I can't remember who did this cover. And I can't read it. So unfortunately, one of you guys I'm sure knows who it is. But that's Emerald Dawn number 1. And those are all in high grade. So those are the books. Let's see how long we've been on. We've been on for 20 minutes. I'll do a couple more books from the box. and we'll call it a day, and then we'll do part 2. But remember, I want your feedback on some of the books. Some of these, again, it's not about value, it's about protecting them, and it's about books that I really love. So let me grab a stack of a few more, and we'll keep rolling. So the next book is definitely not in high grade. It's got a lot of spine ticks. It's not falling apart though. It's in great condition. If it's not in terrible condition. It just has spine ticks. All the pages are here. The cover still looks good. And I think this is one of those books that in a slab will probably look even better. And that's Iron Man #1. I'm assuming with the spine ticks, it's probably going to be, all the pages are there. It's probably going to be like a 4, a 3.5 to a 5. Let's put it that way. So I'd probably say it's something probably like a 4, maybe. Maybe I get a little luckier and get a little more out of that if I press it. I don't know. But I'd say no more than probably a 4, 4.5, something like that. Okay, here's one of those books that I told you guys about. This is not an old book. It's from 2010. I hunted this down because when I saw this cover, I absolutely fell in love with this cover. And there's no doubt at some point, I don't care what it's worth, this has to get slabbed so I can put it on the wall. So this is Brave and the Bold, #33. Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and a Batgirl. Look at that cover. I just love that artwork. I love that cover. And I know there's a lot of glare there, guys. I'm sorry. And that is in perfect condition. So that should be a very high grade. There's no spine ticks. The corners are perfect. I'm looking at least, hopefully, a 9 or so on that. And I don't really care. I just want to get it slabbed so I can show it off. Okay, here's the other Teen Titans. This is the new Wonder Girl is here, Donna Troy, and this is #23 of the original Teen Titans series, and it is in great condition. It is in great condition. And I watched a video the other day. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about how undervalued a lot of the Titans books are, and I totally agree. Totally agree. And speaking of undervalued Titans books, guess what's up next? DC Comics presents #26, which is the preview for the new Teen Titans that we showed you earlier, the Marv Wolfman, George Perez Teen Titans. And I bought this right off the rack in the 80s. And there are no spine ticks. Oh, actually, there's a problem on the bottom. The corner has a ding on the bottom a little bit. You see that? I don't know if that'll show up. There you go. It probably can be pressed out. So this book, the rest of the corners look perfect. The spine looks perfect other than that. So this probably can use a good pressing, and it still would be a high-grade book. All right, back to the Marvel. I know you guys love Marvel, so here you go. Here's Venom Lethal Protector #1. Okay, that nice foily cover. Nice, shiny, foily cover. And that, of course, is definitely a high-grade book. Absolutely a high-grade book. Okay, and I know that there's been a million of these slabbed, but I'll probably slab it anyway at some point. It's one of those books that everybody seems to get slabbed. And then I got these from that same auction to help out one of those comic book guys on YouTube. And these were just NYX. This is NYX #2. And NYX #5. Wow, that's pretty blurry there. I don't know what happened there. Okay, there you go. NYX #5. And these are all in perfect condition. These are high-grade copies. NYX #4. And I guess the big issue with this is #3, which I think I have. I think I have it, but it's not here. So I will have to see if it's in the box. So let's take a look. We're getting pretty close. It's been about 24 minutes. I'll grab a few more, and we'll call it quits. All right. So a few more of my Silver Age Flash type books. This one's not Silver Age, though. This is kind of cool, though. This is, what number is this? Huh. This is one of the ones, oh yeah, Flash 100, right. This is that Flash 100. You guys have probably seen this. And it's autographed by Mark Wade and Carmine Infantino. And there's a certificate of eligibility, certificate of authenticity on the back. That was kind of cool. I don't remember where I got that from, but I thought it was kind of cool. I'm not the biggest signature guy, and I know that it seems like a lot of newer collectors are into the signatures. When I collected in the 80s, nobody would even think about putting something on the cover of a book. So it's kind of new to me. I'm not against it. It just doesn't hold the same weight that I see some people have with getting signature books. It's cool to have a few signature books. I just don't make a big deal out of it. Now, of course, I just made that whole spiel, and here we go with the Batman Superman sketch variant, number 8. And guess who signed this? Michael Turner. Yep. That is a Michael Turner signature. I got it in a collection that I bought. And we all know that story, how much we miss Michael Turner. He passed away a few years ago. And it's kind of amazing. I guess that's the one way that a signature really has value to me, is something like that. It's a great cover and a Michael Turner signature. So that's kind of cool. I know if I send it into CGC, it's going to get the other color label, the purple label or whatever, because I do not have a certificate and it wasn't witnessed. But you know what? I could care less. So maybe I send that into CBCS instead. I don't know. Again, here's an Avengers JLA book. I love this cover. Really cool cover. And who knows if we're ever going to see any type of DC Marvel crossovers ever again in the modern day. Now, this was also autographed by George Perez and Tom Smith. And there's the certificate. And that's kind of cool. George Perez is a big deal for anybody that grew up collecting comic books in the 80s. He still should be a big deal to everybody now. George Perez was, in my opinion, one of the best comic book artists of all time. Go back and look at those Teen Titans and some of the other stuff that he's done, and he was amazing. Now, speaking of Teen Titans, which seems to be a big theme today, here is one of the books that is totally undervalued, that everybody should have on the radar, which is Tales of the Teen Titans, number 44. Deathstroke. Okay, you guys know that book, right? Okay, and I believe this is pretty high grade too, and I don't know why there's no backing board on this, so we're going to have to fix that. So let's put that aside so we can put a backing board on there. That's a great book to have, and that's definitely getting slabbed. Speaking of which, here is New Teen Titans number 2. That's another key issue for the Teen Titans run. Okay. And this needs a pressing. There's no spine ticks, but it needs a pressing. It's kind of curving. Somehow something was sitting on there. It just needs a pressing, and it'll be in great condition. So that needs to be pressed out, which is no big deal. Oh, here we go. And here's the additional New Teen Titans number 1 that I told you about, that I have several of these. I think I have 5 or 6. But that's the second one. And that's in pretty good condition too. Another high-grade book that needs a backing board for whatever reason. Okay, back to Marvel. And here we go, the book that you guys all love. I know that. This is in excellent condition. This is Amazing Spider-Man 361, Carnage. And this book is solid. I mean, there's no ticks on it. The corners are perfect. It's in great, great condition. Great condition. And as I said, I'm not a big Spider-Man guy, but I certainly understand and value those books tremendously. All right, back to old Green Lantern. These are fantastic books. This is a key book. You guys all know this cover. It's one of the most famous covers in all of comic books. This is Green Lantern, Green Arrow, number 85. It's the drug issue. and it's in a mid-grade. It's kind of, I would say it's a mid-grade copy. It's all together. It presents well. The wrapping is kind of weird. You know, the staples are still there, maybe a little rusty, but they're in good condition. It's definitely good condition, and that book you want in any condition you can find it in. Same thing with this one. This is the second copy I have of this book. This is pretty cool. This is number 87. Okay, and this is the introduction of another Green Lantern. There you go. And I have the Guy Gardner one too. That one I already have. I already have that one graded. So there you go. And I have a lot of the key Green Lantern books, but I certainly don't have some of the early ones. And we'll do. Let's see. We'll do one more book, and we'll save the rest for video number 2. So, as I said, I love Silver Age DC, and here is Detective Comics 276. It is in a high mid-grade, so I would say this book is probably 6, 7, probably right around there. There's some issue up here, but let's show you the cover. Beautiful 60s. Well, actually, this may be late 50s. It's a 10 center. I'm not sure. But beautiful, beautiful cover. I love Batmite. Batwoman is on the cover, the original Batwoman. That's just a great, great old Batman comic. And I love this stuff. I love this stuff. In the 80s, when I collected full-time, when I first started, when I went to conventions, nobody was interested in Silver Age DC stuff. So I was able to pick up a lot of these books dirt cheap. So I wish I would have picked up a lot more. But there you go. There's Detective Comics. And I think that has to get Slab. But I'll listen to you guys and see what you think. So that's it for today. I showed you a lot of books. Let me know in the comments. I love showing books that other people are not necessarily showing. I don't think you guys need to see New Mutants 87 52 times a week or Giant Size X-Men, 20 times a week. I like showing other books, and that's what I'm going to always continue to do. Make sure to check us out, like the video, help us share the video and grow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and please check out GrailRewards.com, where you can be a real hero, you can help out a charity, and you can get a Grail just like some of these. For today, that's it, and we will see you on part 2 of my CGC help video in the next couple of days. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.